So I did the numbers on what you sent me on the job values you sent me that equaled out to 17K in revenue.
Uh, we're at 27 now, brother.
27 now. Okay, perfect. After going through everything, man, that we did here, 27K in revenue so far,
27K revenue in less than 4 days.
less than 4 days. Nice.
Hear that? Three
That,
and a half days we were in, and I was already going to houses, and I was just like, it's a little shocking, you know, a little shocking, and I was just like, whoa, it's wild. I mean, it blew my mind. So I'm definitely interested to push forward with your other program.
yeah,
You
man,
got
let's
my attention. You pulled me out of a hole. You have no idea. Pulled
really.
me out of a hole. You have no idea. Yeah, I don't know if you know how bad we were struggling. We were struggling pretty bad, and
Okay.
we've had 4 jobs over the winter.
Dang.
Generally, I have 40 to 75 jobs through the winter. So to have four was like pretty detrimental, to my company. But I was just trying to drum up something.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's weird. Some of the jobs that I got through you, I text those people. I went back and looked, and I text those people, and they never responded. But for some reason, when you did your deal, they responded.
What other things have you tried in the past?
I got involved with Home Advisor. Home Advisor was actually not that bad. It had its issues. Angie's Leads is the same way. And it was weird because every time I'd call the lead, I'd get a hold of them and be like, we had it done 2 months ago. What are you talking about? Or you would get a hold of the person and then they would go, oh, I was looking at something 6 months ago. You're like, 6 months ago?
What? That's
And I
so
was just like,
crazy.
what? So, and then mind you, you're getting charged $170 here, $75 here, or depending on, the zip code, it could be 121, and
Hmm.
you're like, hey man, you guys got $700 out of me, and I got nothing out of those $700 because all those leads are old. And
Wow.
and then they played, and then Angie's leads would play dumb, like, oh well, how could they be old? And it's like, nah, man, come on, man. I'm a grown man, and
No,
and
that's
I've been
crazy.
playing this game a long time. A second generation contractor. Don't play me like that.
So how much were you spending on home advisor, you said?
It'd be
Uh-huh.
like $1,500
A month.
a month.
Okay.
If I was not paying attention and just letting it roll, I was doing 4,500, 5,500.
Yep.
I
Mhm.
don't have a problem spending money, time, and energy, but I got to be making money to do it.
Oh,
I'm
for
not
sure.
going to do it just to wander around in circles going, well, I didn't get nothing today.
Right,
And then
right.
the next
Yeah.
day I got
Because
nothing.
most people that try Angie's, what I get from is, yeah, they get all these leads, but it's like they're just busy estimating.
I work for, MLU, that guy was a multi-billionaire, and I rubbed shoulders with him a long time, and, and learned a lot from that guy. And one thing he always told me, don't ever play the short game, always play the long game.
Exactly.
And that always stuck in my neck, on like the side of my neck, like, don't ever play the short game, and it took years for me to figure that out through him. And the long game is probably the most important game. Don't try to make all the money in one shot. Try to make the money out, throughout 2 years from a customer. And that's how you elongate yourself into the future. You could look up a guy named Trent. What is Trent's last name? Trent Dismere on YouTube.
Dismere.
Pretty famous guy. Yeah, Trent Dismere. He's a YouTube guy that shows people how to sell stuff like on Amazon or something like that. And went to his house for an interior paint. We ended up doing an interior paint, painting all the cabinets, new countertops, all new tile, remodeled the bathroom, all new tile in the bathroom,
Nice.
rebuild the deck, backyard kitchen and bar, backyard office, pour all the concrete. That job ended up being like $285,000.
Damn, that is amazing.
Yeah, you have no idea when I got home, when I went to go look at these jobs, my wife was really excited, and I came home with 3 checks. She was in tears. She's like, "Oh my god." She's like, "Thank you," and I'm like, "Oh, so thank that guy, freaking Alex." I'm
No,
like,
we did something here.
"Yeah, he's the one that did something here," and I don't. And I told my wife, I said, "I don't get it. I freaking contacted these same 3 people, and I got nothing." And however he said it or did it in an email or in a text, he got their attention. And I said, I don't care. I don't care what he did. He did it. It's done.
Yeah.
He's obviously worth his time.
Yeah.
And,
So
and and that's how I truly feel. You're obviously worth your time.
thank you. I
So
appreciate that.
you're not selling me some bullshit gimmick that I'm used to getting.
Okay. All right. Awesome. So what would you say to someone that is skeptical on the fence about working with me personally? Someone just like you in your position where you're at was like skeptical on the fence of like working with me. Like what would you say to him?
I've given a lot of people a shot and never seen nothing like this.
Okay.
I've given a lot of people a shot to say where they would come and say, "Oh, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that," and I never got nothing. And I gave you your shot. You had a good smile and you were a pretty happy-go-lucky guy. And the way you just talked, and I said, you know what? All right, let's go. And then when you came back and said, just give me your clientele list, I'm like, what do you mean? And you're like, yeah, we're just gonna work with them. I'm like, oh, we're not gonna get nothing out of that. And man, you produced so much out of that, out of just my own clientele. So what the heck is gonna happen
Yeah.
when you go outside of that? I mean,
Yeah, dude.
the possibilities are pretty. I feel are really good now. Like
Oh, yeah,
I
for sure.
yeah. So if anybody is looking for a guy to make stuff happen, you're the guy. If you're trying to, like you said, trying to find clientele in Wyoming or something like that, trying to give you a shot, you can send them my phone number. I don't care. Just send me a text saying, hey, such and such is going to call you. I don't mind backing you up on this because what you did for me and my family is a big deal.
I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate
No,
that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
no, same here. No, you don't have no idea how much I appreciate it. We were in a bad position the day you called. As of today, we are in a really good position. It's not great, you know what I mean? 27 grand is a lot of money for a lot of people, but for me, feeding what I have to feed to stay above water, it's that's like a monthly payment for me.
Yeah.
But I'm three behind, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Okay.
but you put me above water, you have no idea how much I owe you. So we're gonna get together, and I need to put you to work. Is what I need to do is put you to work. So I'll probably end up talking to you here in the next day or so. Let's get something going so that we can continue this because that's what I want to do. I want to continue what you got because
Yeah.
I truly think you're gonna produce something.
And it's just the beginning, like I told you, man, because
It is.
this was just a scratch of the surface, really. And now it's like, all right, let's actually do something here. Like, let's put your name out there, bro. Because
You sound like you almost didn't do nothing. Yeah,
uh,
we just did a little bit of stuff for you just so you can see what I kind of do. But no, we really got to go to work now.
the warm up's over, you know. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
It's
Well,
just crazy, man. Just crazy. I can't thank you enough. I can't.
absolutely, man. I'm glad that it helped you out. I really am because that's the whole
No.
reason I'm doing this for, honestly.
When you say you feel very confident in what you're going to be able to do, I truly believe you now.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, I would have said, "Yeah, you're full of shit." Because I've heard this story many of times
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
never received anything.
Yeah.
I've
No,
never
and
made, so it's a big deal. You got my goat. You got my goat on this. Yeah, you are definitely, yeah, you definitely got my goat because what you produced in less than a week to me is amazing.
I'm glad you're in a better position now, man.
Oh
Honestly.
man, you have no idea. You have no idea. You're only in Salt Lake City, Utah, so we might take a drive up there one of these days and have dinner with you because
Yeah,
it's
man,
that
that'd be
important
great.
to me.
I'd love for that to happen, man.
Yeah,
Definitely would
me and
love
my
for that to
wife.
happen.
Yeah,
And
that'd be cool.